Howdy people, we're right in the middle of gaming season and things are getting super hot. Case in point, Dishonored 2 makes its way to us on the 11th of November. Yep, 4 years after we first felt like the worst person on earth with our high chaos ratings, Dishonored is back to make me feel more guilty. This time you get to choose between the shy, silent type Corvo, who you played in the first game, or Emily, the girl saved by your efforts in Dishonored, all grown up. Each have their own playstyles and abilities. But maybe you already knew all of that. I bet you didn't know these 5 things about the Dishonored franchise though. But before we begin, a shout out to Stochenical for sponsoring this video. You guys rock, you made it all happen, thank you very much. Cool, let's hit it. They've had some banging voice actors. When it comes to their voice actors, it looks like Dishonored did the Kanye West spare no expense thing and just wrote down the 10 people they'd really like to hang out with for a day or two. Like Chloe Grace Moretz, Lena Headey, Billy Bush, Susan Sarandon, and Carrie Fisher. Yep, General Leia people, she's in Dishonored. Dishonored 2 is no different, featuring Daredevil and Luke Cage's Rosario Dawson, other familiar Daredevil voice Vincent D'Onofrio, and Narcos Pedro Pascal. I mean, like what? The game director CV includes System Shock and Deus Ex. If I haven't bragged about it enough on Twitter, I got to interview Dishonored and Dishonored 2's game director Harvey Smith this year at E3. What I'm glad I didn't know at the time, embarrassing what I should have known, was that Smith's previous work includes System Shock and Deus Ex. I think he probably would have thrown me out with security because I would not have stopped hyperventilating. System Shock, people. System Shock. Dishonored 2 takes place 15 years after the events of the first game. Whether your Emily from Dishonored was pivoted for a life as a relatively normal human being, or was destined to become the inspiration for future true crime novels, we all start in the same place in Dishonored 2, 15 years later in the coastal city of Karnaca. But something tells me this isn't going to be a beach vacation. That said, developers wrote the story on the first game's low chaos rating, so make sure you squeeze another playthrough in or otherwise catch up on the story before getting started on Dishonored 2. The developers are serious about consequences. Spoiler alert, people who play Dishonored on a high chaos rating might remember the pain they felt when Sam the boatman betrayed them at the game's end, after just being that done with your killing everything that moves-ish. Well, that scene developers put in despite testers putting pressure on them to take it out. The developers refused because they believed that bad actions needed to have bad consequences. All of the shade, guys. I can't believe they did that. I can't wait to see how they're gonna incorporate that kind of stuff in Dishonored 2. Main characters have short dialogues to anticipate imminent death. A bunch of the main speaking parts in the first game had short lines to account for the possibility that the player might choose to kill the character mid-sentence. Yes, that's right. They had to factor in that all players might be housing some disturbing psychopathic tendencies. To keep the story going, they kept dialogue-intensive characters as unmurderable NPCs. Which, looking back at my own playstyle, was a pretty clever move. 1 point for Arcane Studios, none for the moral fate of the human universe. That's it people, let me know in the comments below if you know of any Dishonored facts that I've left out. If you like this video, show some love please and smash the like button, it means a huge amount to me. And subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more videos like this. You can check out my interview with Harvey Smith in the cards in the top right hand corner of this video. And while you're there, keep an eye out for some more information on how to pre-order the super exciting release. Until the next video, high five a stranger, adios, or cheers, which is more South African. Cheers, no one says adios in South Africa, what am I doing?